You're such a baby. You're such a freaking baby, bro. Let me put you down. This week has been quite cold, although today's a little bit warmer. The sun's out. It actually feels very nice. Today, we're actually going to be inside the house. We're going to be starting our first seeds for the 2025 season. All of the seeds that we're starting today is just going to be for the home garden. This is not at all for the jardineria, but I did want to bring you guys along to see what we are growing here at the home garden for this year. Right now, I'm just gonna be doing everything on this potting bench. For the winter season, we're gonna use this potting bench to actually grow all our seedlings. I'm gonna set up a grow light above here, and then there's this bottom shelf as well that you can't see on camera, where I'm also gonna set up another grow light. I also have you guys set up on this tripod right here so that you can see what we're doing as we're doing it. All right, so for today, we're not starting all of our seeds, but we're starting a good chunk of our seeds. We're growing some peppers, some ornamentals, and some herbs as well. So right now we're about, I think 8 to 9 weeks out from our last frost date, which in San Antonio is March 5th. So right now we're gonna actually start those seeds which you'll actually find on the packets that usually says like start 8 to 9 weeks, start 6 to 8 weeks, start 4 to 6 weeks. It'll tell you when to start them inside. It'll also tell you, like I have these sunflower seeds right here, which we're not gonna be starting today. On the packet, it actually says direct seed is recommended. So for these, we're not gonna be growing inside at all. We're gonna wait till spring and we're gonna be planting these in the ground directly. So I'm gonna be doing all of our seeds starting in 4 batches this winter. So today would be like our 8 week out. Then we would do our 6 weeks out, and then our 4 weeks out, and then our 2 weeks out for our seeds. And I feel like gardeners just do this, like winter season, there's not much to do, so you go online and you just start buying things. And I got quite a bit of seeds. For some people, it may not be a lot. I counted the amount of seeds that I bought, and it's about, I think it's like 75 packets. So for some people, that's not a lot, and for some people, that is a lot. For me, I know I don't have the space for it. I have the space in the garden for it. I don't have the space to be growing it inside, and I don't want to buy like, I don't want to be buying a bunch of grow lights. Honestly, I don't really want to do this. I do want to do this because all the things that I bought, I'm really excited for. And the garden's very well planned out and everything is like very intentional. Everything has a space in the garden. Oh, but I kind of don't want to do this. If I'm being completely honest with you guys. It's stressing me out just a little bit. So it's 75 seed packets that I bought about, which I'm buying more. I have some in my cart on some other websites. But we're growing multiple of each seed packet. So let's just say we bought like, let's just say we start about like 5 of each seed packet, which some we're growing a lot more than 5. What is that? What would that be? 125? That's like 375, right? Oh my God, if that's wrong, I'm gonna be so upset. I think it's 375. 375 plants that we're starting inside, indoors. It's a lot more than that. I'm assuming we're growing about 500 seeds this year indoors. Maybe it's less than that, I don't know. But it's, yeah, so it's stressing me out just a little bit. But yeah, no, I just got some really pretty things here. I have this image in my head of me and Pookie holding hands, and we're just frolicking amongst the flowers as, you know, as one does. This is all for the frolicking, guys, okay? Real quick, before we get started, I do want to let you guys know where we got all of our seeds from, just in case you're looking for some seeds. So we got seeds from Johnny's, we got some from Botanical Interest, from Haas, from Eden Brothers, from Renee's Garden Seeds, and from Swallowtail Gardens. I think that's it. Okay, I'm going to start here. Okay, we are gonna start with our herbs, and I got some petunia seeds. I wanna try growing some petunias from seed this year. So to be starting all my seeds, I'm gonna be using Vermont compost, which Nicole from Flower Hill Farm uses this, and I trust her a lot. So this is my first time using it actually, but you can just get a generic seed starting mix. I would still go with like a seed starting mix because they're a lot loftier. They don't have like big chunks of anything organic material in them. Those like big chunks, they can prevent the seed from sprouting. So you want something very, very loose. Ooh. So this, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is very fine soil. Well, this is compost, but the seed starting mix, that's a very fine mix. So the seeds are gonna have a really easy time germinating in this. So I always do this when I'm starting seeds, but you basically want to pre-moisten your mix so that the soil can kind of hold more of its shape. So later on when we're watering our seeds in, we're not dislodging any of the seeds. And some seeds we're gonna be starting today are quite small. So you really wanna be careful with those smaller seeds. So what you're looking for, if you're to scoop up some soil and squeeze it, it should be able to hold its shape quite nicely. You can see there is a little bit of water coming through here, but it's not sopping wet. So you don't want it just drooping water. This is quite fine. Okay, so I got these seed trays from Epic Gardening. This is the 16 count, but I also got the 6 count and the 4 cell count. Actually, this is the first time using his seed trays. They're actually really nice quality. I have some other ones and they always break. Those little plastic ones you get at the, the store or whatever. They always break. These, I could tell, they're very good quality. So I would recommend, if it's in your budget, get these trays. Very good quality. If not, you can use like old milk jugs. You can use old like egg cartons, like produce, the plastic containers that you find produce in, or you can just buy seed trays like this, which I prefer to do. So what I'm doing, I am just filling up these seed trays. I'm not really trying to compact the soil in these seed trays, but I am just pushing them down lightly, just so that there's not really any big air pockets. One more and then we're done. So I got my plant labels. I got the seeds that we're gonna be starting for this tray as well. I'm just gonna go through this. Like for these right here, these are from Swallowtail Garden. These are all our petunia seeds that we're gonna be starting up. And then this is from Haas Seeds. This is all our medicinal herbs that we're gonna be starting up as well. Look at a little sticker. I don't know what that means. So for some of these, like these, they do have pictures. I will be showing you guys what we're growing. And then for these like petunias, I know like our Johnny seeds, our Eden Brothers seeds don't have pictures. For those seed packets, I'm just gonna be putting a picture on the screen so that you can actually see what we're growing. I think I'm gonna start with the petunia seeds. I tried it last year and it was just a complete fail. So I wanna try again this year. Pelleted seeds, all this is they just put the wax coating over the seeds, which makes it easier to work with. Okay, so this is the Shockwave Pink Vein Petunia that we're gonna be starting. Needs light to germinate, so we're just gonna be pressing these into the soil, but we're not actually gonna be covering them. So because these seeds are pelleted, I'm just gonna be placing them. See, done, easy. Okay, next up we have the Easy Wave Yellow Petunia. This is the Easy Wave Rosy Dawn Petunia. So with these pelleted seeds, one thing I've noticed, and I've noticed with other gardeners as well, you really want to use these up within the first year that you get them, that you buy them. For some reason, I don't know the exact science of why this is, but Pelleted seeds don't store as long as well as some of those other seeds that you buy that aren't pelleted. The germination rate just goes down like very, very badly after the first year of you buying them. So yeah, that's part of the reason why I am using all of my seeds today, all of my petunia seeds today. Also, I just want a lot of petunias. I think it'd be nice if we could just grow a lot of petunias this year. Next up, we got Oprah, I don't know if I said that right. Opera Supreme Raspberry Ice Petunia. I think this is the one that I was really excited about. Okay, we got one more to finish out the petunias. This one is a wave petunia called Carmine Velour Petunia. Oh my God, again, bruh. Y'all are so freaking needy. Just go in your spot. My gosh. Ta-da! Okay. Look, I'm freaking stressed out for no reason. Oh my gosh. This is supposed to be relaxing. Okay, look, half the tray's done. All our petunias. We got 66 petunias. 66 petunias. Oh! I swear it's not that much, bro. Next up, we're gonna be starting all of our medicinal herbs, except for one. We got calendula as well, which we're gonna be starting at a later date. I think that's the 6-week out one. I do wanna put a quick disclaimer on all medicinal herbs. If you do have any underlying conditions or if you're pregnant, things like that, please consult with a medical professional before you start herbalism. I know, like, if you have diabetes or if you have high blood pressure, or again, if you're pregnant or trying to become pregnant, there's certain things that you just shouldn't be putting in your body. All of the things that we're starting today is just to treat symptoms of like illnesses like fever or a cold or anything like that. It's also to help prevent these symptoms as well. So I'm not going to be growing anything to try to cure any illness or anything. It's just to prevent those symptoms. So again, please be cautious when you're growing any medicinal herbs for the very first time. Anyways, let's get started. I'm calm again. Like, I saw these pictures. They're very beautiful packets, by the way. I'm just calm again. I think it's just the petunias that stress me out for some reason. All of these medicinal herbs we're going to be putting along the vegetable garden to create sort of like a border for the vegetable garden. I think it's going to be really pretty. So first off, we got Bee Balm from Haas Seeds. This one, we're only going to be starting 6 of these. Ooh, the seed's quite tiny. Okay. So one thing you can do, I just lick the end of the toothpick, grab a seed, place it in the hole, and then you're good. So again, you're just gonna lick it, stick the seed, and then drop it in the hole. Just like that, quite easy. The good old LSD. Actually, don't call it that. That's bad. Don't, just ignore what I just said. I've been placing one in each hole. I'm gonna seed these kind of heavy because I've never grown this before. I don't know if this has a germination rate on this. 84%. Okay, that's not horrible. I'm gonna seed these quite heavy, and then I'll just thin them out later. I don't like the toothpick method, but I did want to show you guys that in case you might like it. So I'm just gonna drop these in. Can you tell I'm impatient? See how much faster that is? And then these, you do want to cover them. So we're going to cover them very lightly. Very lightly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have time to be placing each seed one by one. If that's you, if you like doing that, you do you. It's your garden. You do what you want. I get it. I get how that could be fun and relaxing. To me, it's stressful. It stresses me out. I just want to I want to get going. Which is like the complete opposite of what gardening should be, right? Gardening should be like you slow down, you enjoy nature. I'm like Hurry up. I don't know. That's just me. I hope someone else is like that so you can understand what I'm saying. Okay. This right here, this is hyssop, which we're also going to be starting 6 of these as well. I'm growing hyssop again for medicinal herbs, but also this is just so pretty. I can't wait to see it flower. I have no intention of killing any of these this year, so I'll place a few seeds and I'll thin out later. You could also, later on in the process, you could separate each seedling. Again, I don't have the patience for that, guys. I'm very impatient. So I just thin them out. I just go in, I get the strongest one, and I cut out every other one that's not as strong. I only need 6 of these, so I'm only gonna have 6 plants. Again, this year, I'm very intentional in the garden. So I'm only growing 6 plants. Ooh, this one I'm happy about. This one I'm so excited about. This is holy basil. Ooh, I'm excited. Yeah, it was really just those freaking petunias stressing me out. Oh my gosh. Where did I end off? 6, 6, 6. Okay, right there. Next up, we have feverfew, which this one we're going to be starting 12 of these. And this one's going to be 1/4 of an inch. Oh my gosh, 1/4 of an inch deep, which I'm just using this garden marker to create a little depression in the cell where we're going to be planting our seeds. Okay, next up, we're going to be growing chamomile. Six, 6, 6. Oh my God, I'm really bad at counting. Okay. Chamomile, we are growing 78% germination rate, and we're growing 18 of these. Oh my God, that smells like, well, it smells like chamomile tea. That smells really good. I'm actually really excited. This is one of the ones I'm really excited for. I can't wait just to harvest the flowers and dry them and then make tea. Like, that sounds so fun. See, like that I have patience for. I could do that. Maybe I don't. We'll see later on in the season if I actually have patience to do that. So yeah, if I could grow my own tea, that'd be fun. And all these things I'm really growing. I'm just gonna be doing tea. I may do a few tinctures. The calendula, I'll use that for tea as well, but I'm also gonna do like salves. That's how you say it, right? Salves. Calendula is very good for like skin conditions. Just really good. You can make some moisturizer with that, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, last up, we're gonna be growing yarrow, and we're only gonna be starting. We're only starting 8 of these. Why are we only starting 8 of these? I don't like that. Oh, I guess we're only starting 8. Okay. I planned it out. I planned out the garden, so I think that's correct. I don't remember. Okay. This is the medicinal yarrow that we're growing, but we're also going to be growing an ornamental yarrow, which I think is coming up right now. Okay, all of a sudden my math is wrong, and I don't like that. Oh, I'm mad. Oh, it's stressing me out. Oh my goodness. Okay, 18. Okay, hold on. Give me a minute, guys. Just hold on. Okay, I got 8 cells left. I think. Oh my gosh. So this was a little left over that I thought I had my numbers right, but this happens. So I do want to grow some ornamental yarrow as well, which this one is Summer Pastels. I think this is a mix from Johnny's Seeds. I do want a little bit more of these, so I'm just going to use up these 8 cells just so I can get a little bit more extra of these. Okay, so this one's a little bit different than the medicinal yarrow. This one says not to cover it because it needs light to germinate. And there's like no freaking seeds in this. What the heck, Johnny? All right. We are going to be growing more of these though. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do with this, which I'm probably going to make a mess. Oh gosh. I'm going to be using vermiculite, which I picked this up at a garden center in town. You can also buy these online as well. Vermiculite is very, very helpful. I tried this out for the first time last year and I noticed such a difference with my germination, with my seedlings. They just performed a whole lot better. What vermiculite does is it helps to retain moisture. It also helps to prevent algae growth. Also, for the seeds that had said to not cover because they need light to germinate, vermiculite is somewhat translucent, so it will allow light to pass through so that the seeds can germinate. Okay, now we're gonna water, which I use a mister to water. If you're doing this, oh, that's not on the misting setting. Oh my gosh, look, I'm messing up so much. If you're doing this outside, like some hoses, the hose attachments, they do have misters, so you could just use that. But I think it's a little too soon to be starting seeds outside. So I'm going to be using the mister to water all my seedlings until they germinate and even a little bit after they germinate. But afterwards, I'm going to be bottom watering, which means I'm just going to be pouring water into this tray and the water is going to be absorbed upwards. And what that's going to do is really going to help root growth in the beginning stage of these seedlings, which is something I've had an issue with in the past. So hopefully doing this bottom watering will help with that. But that's it. Look, this is our first tray done. We got petunias, we got medicinal herbs, and we got some ornamental yarrow. Hopefully that explains the process. We got more things to start, so we're just gonna keep going. This is Creeping Thyme, which this is actually gonna go in the rose garden. It's not really a rose garden, it's just where we have our roses. So I'm calling it the rose garden. And this one, we are starting 18 of these. Yeah. I'm gonna be starting 18 more of these ornamental yarrows. I think they're very pretty. I want to try, there's this space next to where the vegetable garden is gonna be. It's quite an empty space. I wanna do like, it's not a cut flower garden, but like these are a good cut flower. I don't know if these are the best cut flower actually. But I'm gonna do like a version of a cut flower garden, if that makes sense. Oh dang, I used up all the seeds. Dang. Oop, there's one over there. Get out. Get out. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's all the seeds. It's gonna be like a version of a cut flower garden. I just want rows of very pretty things. Again, I like to grow like flowers. I like to grow pretty things. Vegetable garden's not my biggest thing. We are gonna try it this year. I do think the vegetable garden is gonna be very nice this year. But yeah, I want to try some sort of version of a cut flower garden. I know I got some amaranth, got some coxcomb, the what was that called? Celosia. I got some other pretty things that I'm just kind of an experiment to see if I can grow things. So this is gonna go in that area. Next up, we got some Shasta daisies from Eden Brothers. This is also gonna go in the rose garden area. This one, we're gonna be starting 1/4 of an inch deep and we're gonna be starting 15 of these. Okay, I forgot my label for the yarrow as well. Just like that. Now we're going to be starting some sage seeds. This is also going to be in the rose garden area. This variety is just called Big Blue from Eden Brothers. Dang, there's like no seeds. Okay. This one's a 1/16 of an inch deep. Okay. And we are only going to be starting 3 of these. Dang, I'm actually kind of surprised how little amount of seeds there are. There's like 8 seeds in here. Oy. Sage. big blue. I only need 3, so that's fine. That's okay. So we got 2 more things we're starting in this sale, in this seed tray. Heliotrope deep marine, which this is supposedly supposed to smell really, really good. So I'm going to be putting this in the vegetable garden, going to create a really nice landing pad for pollinators. And then I'm also going to be starting milkweed. So a lot of people grow milkweed to help, you know, the butterflies. People hear that it helps the monarchs, so they start to grow it. And oftentimes you'll find that big box stores or even the garden centers, they'll sell tropical milkweed. It's not the best for butterflies. It actually causes a lot more harm than good. Because tropical milkweed continues to grow out through our winter season, it disrupts the migratory pattern of the butterflies. It also harbors spores of a parasite that's really bad for these butterflies. So I really would advise you to stay away from those tropical milkweeds and instead plant native milkweed, which is what I got here. So yeah, the native milkweed, it helps the butterflies. The tropical milkweed, it can actually harm the butterflies. So stay away from that. Okay, so I'm planting 9 of each thing. This milkweed, the package says that cold stratification is required to increase germination. I don't really feel like doing that. So I think I'm just gonna seed this heavy. I'll thin out what I need to thin out because I don't really want to do that. Probably regret it later, but that's okay. Oh, these are quite big. I don't know if you can see that. Quite big seeds. Very easy to handle. Not like these tiny seeds we've been planting. Okay, same exact thing. I'm putting a layer of vermiculite on here. So in here, we got these bigger cells. See, they're quite big. I think they're 4-inch deep and they have quite a bit of room. In here, what we're gonna be growing, all of our peppers in here. So like I said before, I'm not the biggest vegetable garden guy. Like I get it. Again, I get it, but I like growing things that are pretty. And so for this year, this vegetable garden, first of all, I'm skipping like the entire spring season, early spring. I'm not growing any carrots. I'm not growing potatoes. I'm not growing cabbage, cauliflower, anything like that. Just because it stresses me out. And I know we're going to be busy with the jardineria. We're going to be busy with the tree farm. So I'm just not going to do it this year. I'm jumping straight into like summer crops, which is fine for me because we stay pretty warm throughout our spring season anyways, so that's okay. So I'm growing a lot of things that we just like to eat. I'm growing zucchini squash, I'm growing cucumbers, I'm growing bush beans, tomatoes, and peppers, and like that's pretty much it. And then in the fall, we'll plant like, you know, the cabbage. We eat a lot of cabbage, we eat a lot of cauliflower, we eat, you know, carrots, we eat sweet potatoes, stuff like that. But we are growing quite a lot of peppers. So I want to show you guys exactly everything that we're going to be planting today. Last year, I found out that I really, really enjoy snack peppers, bell peppers. So we got 6 different varieties here. We got a sweet pepper that's yellow when ripe, a sweet pepper that's orange when ripe, and then a sweet pepper that's red when ripe. These are all from Johnny's. And then we also got 3 different bell peppers. One that's red when ripe, one that's orange when ripe, and then another one that's red when ripe as well. I don't know why I got 2 different versions of that. The green bell peppers, those you just harvest a little bit younger when they're not fully ripe. That's how you get that green bell pepper. Same thing with like jalapenos, like before they turn red, you just want to harvest them a little bit younger. So since I have 2 red varieties, I may just treat one as like my green bell pepper. That's probably what I'll do. We're gonna be starting 2 of each for those, and then we're moving on to our hot peppers. We got a poblano, we got a habanero, we got a jalapeno, tomatillo, serrano, Anaheim, pasilla, we got guajillo, And then we got chile de árbol. And that's it. That's all the hot peppers that we're going to be growing this year. We do eat most of these, like we do use dried. So I'm going to dry a lot of these for like the fall winter season when we start making like moles again, pozole, you know, all that stuff. We'll be using these dried peppers. But then we also do use like the poblano pepper. I love chile rellenos. I think they're making that right now. I can smell it. I'm so excited. So we're gonna be eating a lot of these. Um, you know, we use like the tomatillos, the habaneros for salsa. Jalapenos we eat fresh. Serranos we eat fresh. So everything. So all of these peppers, I'm gonna be growing 2 of each, but the serrano and the jalapeno, I'm gonna be growing 3 of each, just because we eat a little bit more of these. What I like about these seed trays, because they're larger, this is where I'm going to be starting my, of course, the peppers, but I'm also buying more so that I can start my tomatoes in as well. So that they can have, since they're going to be inside for a little bit of longer time, they have more room to grow. Um, you know, you don't really want root bound seedlings before you're planting them out in the garden. That's not something you really want. So these, they should be fine the whole 8 weeks. I may have to pot them up. I really don't want to, but if I have to, I have to. That's okay. Okay. I'm gonna run through this because we've already been recording for 2 hours and I'm hungry and I gotta edit this video. Dang, what the heck, Johnny? There's 10 seeds in here. What if I wanted more seeds? That's fine, Johnny. I'm gonna do 2 per seed, 2 per cell. That should be fine. See, look. There you go, Johnny. These have 25 seeds in them. That's a little bit better. It's really fine. Like, I'm not going to use them all anyways, so it's fine. To keep them for next year. Okay. I'm going to sweep all this up. We'll do that after. I do want to start some lettuce, which I don't think, like, it's not recommended to, I don't think. But I do want to start some early on. Because who cares? If it's not recommended, we're going to do it anyways. I want to put these, I kind of want to use them as like an ornamental almost, but I'm going to harvest them and I'm going to eat off of them. So I have this big pot by our front entrance right now, which has some cyclamen in it and some irises, and those are still going. But once it gets a little bit colder, the cyclamen will probably go. If it doesn't end up getting a little bit colder, I'll probably just take out the cyclamen. So probably around like February, like first week of February, I'll pop in these lettuce seedlings. And you know, just again, I don't want to put them in the ground because last time I grew spinach and lettuce in the ground, you know, it got eaten on by pests. And I don't want to spray. I don't want to, I know I'm too lazy to put like a netting over it, and just kind of lazy sometimes with things. So hopefully putting in this pot be a little bit easier to control that. I did buy a netting, so I will put that over the pot if I have to, but we're going to try it out this way to see if it works. If not, it doesn't work. So the petunias we started earlier is going to be grown in that pot as well, but the petunias are going to take quite a while to get going. So the lettuce will take its place during that time. Kind of like a transition between the cyclamen and the petunias. The lettuce will just be in that pot, looking beautiful, hopefully, if everything goes well. All right, so we're starting 4 different varieties. This is from Botanical Interests, a variety called Brentwood, a variety called Rouge de Hiver. I don't know if I said that. This from Johnny's, a lettuce mix called Starstruck, and then Hybrid Savoid. Oh, no say. Hybrid Savoid spinach. We're also going some spinach as well. All right, that's all that we're gonna be starting today. 2 hours and 36 minutes. Why did that take so long? Anyways, I'm gonna clean up in here. I'm gonna sweep. I'm gonna clean up this potting bench. I'm gonna set up the grow lights. I'm gonna set up the heat mat as well, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like afterwards. This room, we have just plants that I'm overwintering. Don't look over there. Just don't look over there. Don't look in that corner either. It's kind of messy. Little pile, dirt. These in this bag, just toss it all in this bag. This is all the seeds that we started today. These are the seeds that we're gonna start at the 6 weeks out, 4 weeks out, 2 weeks out. These are what we're gonna sow direct in the ground, as well as these corn. I kind of want to build a wall of corn, which I'll show you guys in another video, more on that. The vermiculite and the compost that we use today, I'm going to keep that because I know I'm going to use that later on. But anyways, this is the setup right now. It's very, very DIY, but I like it. I don't care. Like, I don't need something very fancy. This grow light, I actually really like it. I got it from Sunco. I would like a whole shelf of just these grow lights, but I don't feel like spending the money, so we're not going to buy that right now. But this is a very good grow light. This does not come with a timer, so I do have to turn them on manually, but I think I could, maybe you can connect it to a timer. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyways, here's all of our lettuce seeds that we started today. Over here, we have the petunias and the medicinal herbs that we started. On top of here, this is the one with the heat mat, which I plugged in. And then these grow lights I've had, they're not my favorite, but I think that'll be okay. This should be okay. Anyways, here are all the ornamentals that we have. We have the creeping thyme, the ornamental yarrow, the sage back there, the Shasta daisies, the native milkweed, and the heliotrope. And then here, we have all our peppers, which again, we have the snack peppers, the bell peppers, guajillo, poblano, pasilla, habanero, tomatillo, Anaheim, chile de árbol, serrano, and jalapeno. Those are just some Christmas cactuses that we're overwintering. But yeah, that's it. That's the whole setup. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna see how it turned out when I edit this. I watch these kind of videos with people and I really enjoy. Like, I know I watch like Nicole from Flower Her Farm, Laura from Garden Answers, very, very popular. Those people, you know, they do such a great job. We'll see how we turned out in this video. But if you did enjoy it, please give it a like, please subscribe, do all those really good things. It really just help us out. If there was something you didn't like, something was boring, something you just didn't like, you have a critique on, let me know, comment it. I don't get offended. I just want to know how I can get better for you. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon.